Good morning from Gardner Camp. Today we are talking about our amphibious friends in our wetland, frogs. Now frogs and toads are in the amphibian family and they are vertebrates, meaning they have a backbone just like reptiles, just like the turtles that we talked about in the days past. However, they do differ from our reptile friends in 4 different ways. Number 1, they have a different type of skin. Their skin, the air can go through their skin, while a reptile has scales. Remember how the turtles had scales on their shells? Number 2, amphibians have egg membranes that are soft. Remember, reptiles and turtles have egg shells that are thick and hard. Number 3, they are constrained to moist or wet habitats. So frogs like to live in the water. While reptiles might live near the water, they don't have to be in the water all the time. They're not dependent on it. And the last significant difference is that frogs and toads undergo metamorphosis or body changes. So an example would be a tadpole turning into an adult frog. Frogs have other special features that make them different from other amphibians. Can you think of another example of an amphibian that's common around here? Salamanders. Salamanders are another common type of amphibian that live here in Illinois, but frogs differ from salamanders in that they don't have a tail in their adult form, and they have long ankle and toe bones. Here is a picture of a frog skeleton. So today we are going to hear from 3 frogs that can be found down here at Gardner Camp. They are going to tell us about their experience during the flooding last summer.
Hi everyone, we're live here again at Gardner Camp talking with some of the amphibian residents about last year's record-setting flood. Hi there, I understand that last year your homes were flooded. Can you tell me your name and where you're from?
Well, hello there, everyone. I'm Benny the Bullfrog. I've lived here at Gardner Camp for 5 years, and I am one of the largest frogs on site. I've never seen so much water. It was like a water park for me and my friends. I'd heard my great-grandparents talking about their great-grandparents and the flood of 1993. Now we have seen one with our own eyes.
Did it affect your family and friends?
Well, we deposit around 20,000 eggs per year. The extra water during the season when we lay eggs allowed us to lay even more eggs. All the frogs hatch from eggs in water, then transform into tadpoles and finally into adult frogs who live on land, usually near water.
That's very interesting. Let's hear from another frog living here at Gardner Camp. How did you like the flood? And what do you do in the winter when it's cold?
Hi there, I'm Latasha the Leopard Frog. I'll start with the winter first. We actually just swim down to the bottom of the water where it doesn't freeze and hang out down there really still until warmer temperatures come.
Oh wow, I didn't know that.
But let's go back to the eggs. I didn't realize the bullfrogs laid that many eggs. We only deposit around 3,000 eggs each year. We laid our eggs in April before the flooding came in May and June, and our tadpoles were already hatched by the time of the flooding. The best part about the floodwaters for us is that the baby tadpoles were able to spread out and avoid fish predators.
So you're saying that bullfrogs lay 17,000 more eggs than leopard frogs? That's truly amazing! No wonder there are so many bullfrogs. I'd also like to talk to the smallest frog in Illinois, the cricket frog. How did you cope with the flood of 2019?
Well, oddly enough, we only lay up to 400 eggs per year, but we are very common all throughout Illinois. We are the smallest frog in Illinois. We love the floods since we lay eggs all through the spring and summer, and this allows our eggs to be spread out and hidden from predators. We are a part of the tree frog family, but we do not live in the trees.
How far can you jump since you are so small and have tiny legs? And what do you eat as such tiny things?
We can amazingly jump 5 to 6 feet. This is more than 72 times our body length. We like to eat small insects and tiny spiders.
Interesting. Thank you all for joining us and sharing your flood stories. Back to you in the studio.
We are so glad you joined us today to learn more about the frogs of Illinois and Gardner Camp. Today we have an outdoor group challenge called Habitat Hop. We play this kind of like musical chairs, but you will be moving like frogs. If you're at home by yourself, our challenge is a Find a Frog photo contest. If you can find a frog in your yard or in a park, take a picture of you and your frog and send it to us on Facebook or Instagram. We hope to see you tomorrow for our last day of the Frog and Turtle Takeover. Now go get outside.